Alright, Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And Shalom to let men out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Alright, basically, what I want to tap on today is that, all those, that may be, close to you, your family members and your friends, if they're not a part of this truth, ultimately, they're your enemies. Alright, so, I hope to, expound upon that and be edifying for you brothers, so that you can get that understanding. All right, so with that, this is 2nd Ezra 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Right, so the point is what? Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, and put off the weak nature. Now, what's a weak nature? Us being so heartily towards our family members and friends. Now, don't get me wrong, of course it's a balance with everything, and of course, if your family members and friends, they've been there for you, all your life or certain parts of your life when you need them, of course you're going to have some affection toward them. Of course you're going to, like them, you're going to love them, of course. That's natural. We all human. But at the end of the day, you want to constantly have it in your mind that when that hour of temptation comes upon us, that they're going to be against you, because that's what Yahweh Shai said, and what the Lord says that we trust in, it's going to come to pass. Just like all the prophecies that have happened before, they have actually taken place. The Lord spoke of them, and they came to pass. So just as it says, within the scriptures, the Lord told us that our family members and friends are going to give us up. We have to have that faith, and we have to know that if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai puts that lot upon us for us to be cast up unto the devils, that your family members and friends are going to put you, are going to help, the so-called white man, to bring you along to them concentration camps and to be tempted with that RFID chip, the mark of the beast. So you don't want to be caught off guard and, constantly thinking that they're always going to be there for you no matter what, because you have to keep in mind that they don't have the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and whoever doesn't have the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, they're going to be put to death, or they're going to do things contrary to the scriptures, and they're not going to follow after righteousness, because no righteousness is dwelling within them. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, of course, the Lord has your family members and friends there for you, to help you out in certain situations, to help get you through this captivity, because we all need help, whether it's brothers, within this truth, or maybe some family members and friends, like the scriptures say, basically, be ye friends of the mammon of unrighteousness, things of that nature. So you may have friends or whatever, they may have some money or better financial situations, or in any situation that may be able to help you. You take the help. That's the balance, and the Lord just using them to help to get you through this captivity. That's all that is. But at the back of your mind, you have to know that they're playing their role for you if you are part of the elect, to make it and to endure unto the end, and just basically when that time comes, you have to always, how the scriptures say, I believe it's Proverbs 3 and 25, be not afraid of sudden fear, because when that time comes, you're going to be sitting there, and if your family members or friends give you up to this devils, you're going to be shocked, like, and it's going to catch you off guard if you're not expecting that, so you don't want to let that happen. And the scriptures say too that we ought to be aware of Satan's devices, and a part of Satan's devices is using our family members and our friends against us when that time truly comes. Okay, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be there for you, man, because Yahweh Shai said it. All right, so the next precept that I want to grab is Sirach chapter 5 verse 10. All right, and it says, again, some friend is a companion at thy table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Right, so when things are basically decent, when nothing's really going on, everything is all mellow, or seems to be mellow, your friends are cool there with you, and your family members are cool there with you. But it said what? And will, again, some friend is a companion at thy table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. Now, as I said, of course, you have rough times, and they're going to be there for you. But it said what? In the day of thy affliction. What is the day of our affliction? The days of Jacob's trouble, you know. And in that day, whatever day it may be, and if it's your lot that the Most High may have you to get sent away by these devils, you know, and your family members and friends, they just stand there and they just looking at you like, you know, haul them on off, you know. In that day, they're not going to be there for you, you know, because they're going to be tempted, you know. They're going to be tempted by the wiles of Satan, you know, like, you know, even, you know, if brothers, you know, that may have an Eve, you know, and y'all got little kids and things of that nature, you know, what, the word feminine, you know, means what, minus faith. So, you know, they lack faith, so they're going to do anything to save their children, you know, or any one of your other family members. They're going to do anything to save one another except for you, because, you know, you're in this truth, you know. So they're supposed to be against you. You're supposed to expect them to be against you, you know. That's their nature. They have a weak nature because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai upon them, all right. Sirach 11:25, and the day of prosperity there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there's no more remembrance of prosperity. So right, so when that day, you know, you had good times, you know, stuff like that with your family and stuff like that, your friends, you know. But when that day comes and that fear comes upon them, when they're pressured by that so-called white man that they might get their kids taken away from them or things of that nature, they're going to forget all of the joyous moments that they had with you. You know, they're going to forget all the friendly things and how far y'all may go back since the early 80s or the early 90s. They're going to forget all of that. Because what it clearly said, what, in a day of affliction, there's a forgiveness of prosperity. So they're going to forget all those joyous moments that y'all had, and all they're going to see is what's right in front of them, that affliction. And they don't want to have that burden, man. You know, but what? We're built up in the spirit, or we need to be built up in the spirit to be able to deal with that. That's why, you know, through the spirit, you know, I decided to bring out this lesson for brothers to constantly have that mind frame that they're not going to be there for you, man. You have to know that, you know. And you know, once again, as I said, you don't want to be in that final time, and you know, you get caught off guard, and you know, then you sitting there with a shocked face, like, I can't believe you did that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have that upon your spirit. You want to know that this is what's going to happen. It might not happen, you know, but you want to have that spirit upon you that it will happen, so you're not caught off guard, and it doesn't bring a shock to you, and now you're even more fearful, and you're feeling more ashamed, like, damn, you know, my family members like, I can't believe they did it. Now that's causing you to worry, you know. That's causing you to worry, and that causes fear, you know. And the scriptures say what? That there is there's no fear in love, you know. So at the end of the day, you have to know that what? We love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we don't have to fear these times, all right? Because He's there for us. Our family members and friends may not be there for us, but the Lord is always there for us. So for right now, we have, you know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and we have the brotherhood. But when that day, that final time comes, I mean, it's only going to be you and the faith that you have in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai that's going to get you through. All right? Just like an example, all right? It's Matthew's 26:33. All right? It says, Peter answered and said unto him, though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. Meaning what? Made to stumble. You know, I'm not going to slip up, you know, in dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? Though other people may shy away from you because, you know, your hour has come. He said, I'm not going to shy away from you. I'm going to be there for you no matter what. This is what Peter was basically telling to Yahushai. Right now, Yahushai answered. It says, Yahushai said unto him, verily, I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. Right now, Peter said that, and all the other disciples said that. But at the end of the day, what did Peter wind up doing? You know, what did Peter wind up doing? Alright, he wound up denying the Lord 3 times. Alright, and this is how Peter felt basically at the end of it. It says, this is Matthew 24:75. And it says, and Peter remembered the words of Yahushai, was said unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. Because what? He felt ashamed that he actually did that. You know? That he actually, you know, basically said, I don't know the Lord. You know, he denied the Lord. Now, our friends and our family, they're going to deny us, but in a different way. they're gonna be on a Judas tip and actually give us up for benefits, so that they can have safety and security, more security within the society, so that they can be all right. All right. So just how Peter could have had it up, could have sworn up and down in his spirit that Yahweh Shai, I'm there for you no matter what. I'm there to die for you. You're my ride or die. That's it. But at the end of the day, you don't know the spirit that the Lord is going to put upon your family members and friends. Just how Peter thought that he was going to sustain, but the Lord told him that you're going to deny me thrice. But Peter was convinced that that's not going to happen. But what wound up happening? Exactly what Yahweh Shai said. So exactly how Yahweh Shai says in the next scripture that I'm about to bring out, that your family members and friends are going to give you up. So that's what we have to constantly, expect. All right, constantly, man, constantly. If the Lord said it, it's going to come to pass, man. So we want to be on guard for all things, man. This last scripture that I'm going to grab here is Luke 21, and I start at verse 12. It says, "But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom which your adversary shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And ye shall be betrayed by both parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death." All right, so that's the whole point, man. That some of our family members and friends may cause us to be put to death by the hands of that so-called white man. All right, so you can't trust in them when that time comes, man. Just to repeat the point again, because what they don't have that faith of Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. It's only going to be you and the faith that you have in the Lord, man. And that's why the Lord said what he gave every man a measure of faith. So you have to have it within your mind that is what's going to happen, man. Like I said, that may not be your lot, and how the Most High, may have you. You may, make it through. You may, if you're a part of the elect, you may make it through to the end and not taste of death, or you might have to taste of death. You know what I mean? And you might have to, get cast up by your family members and friends, man. So, just as the point, to bring it back one more time, how I said with Peter, he had it within the spirit that he wasn't going to deny the Lord. And you know what? They were close. They were close. But at the end of the day, what did he wind up doing? He wound up denying the Lord. So you don't know the spirit that the Lord is going to have upon them, but just have it in your mind that they're against you because they don't have the faith, man. So constantly cast off the burdens of man and cast off that weak nature, man. And being so heartily towards them, like they're your everything, man. No, Yahweh Shai is your everything, man. And the scriptures say too, what Yahweh Shai said, that he that doeth the will of my Father is my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, so on and so forth. Paraphrasing. So that's who is truly for us, but then his truth is in that brotherhood. But at the end of the day, all you're really going to have is you and the faith of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai, man. All right, so I hope I hit the point. I hope this lesson was edifying, and with that, brothers, just stay strong, man, and expect heavy tribulation to come upon us in these times, and be prepared, have thy loins girded like a man, and pray for more faith so that you can be built up within this truth that you can endure unto the end. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to elect men out there doing this work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. Shalom and death to America.